Hi, I'm Gibaud, and today I want to speak about 5 tools you probably have in your camera, but you don't use them or don't know they are there. Well, actually, this video was in my member area, my channel member area, but now I changed the way it is, and many people ask me, could you please show what you had in your member area, because I interesting video, tuition, tutorial, and things like this, so this is one of them. And by the way, 2 things: you can still be a member. There's no video there, but that helps me. So there's a join button just below, and just for €1.99, that helps me. You get a small star next to your name, so I answer your question with priority. You will notice the sound is slightly different because this video was recorded 2 years ago, and this introduction right now, different microphone, different sound. So I hope this is not a problem for you. So let's start. The tools I speak about are normally on every camera, at least all the mirrorless camera. Some are also on reflex camera, DSLR, but in this case, sometimes you just see them if you're on live view, okay? But most of them, they're present on every camera. If you have any doubts, check your instruction manual of your camera to know how to set up these tools and how to use them, okay? But I'll tell you what they are for. So let's go for it. The first one is the composition grid. Some people really have difficulties to compose, and they forget they have this tool that you can see a grid like that appears on your viewfinder on your screen. Don't forget that some cameras you need to configure set up separately the viewfinder and the monitor. So check in your case, okay? But what is a grid? You have a grid in third, for example, you have grid in quarter, you have grid that are space horizontal. This depends on each camera, but that will help you to compose your picture, to know if it fits okay. I know some people say, yeah, but the rule of third, I don't like to use it, all this. Yeah, that's right. Some people don't like to use it. You could use in quarter, in fifth, depends on your camera, but still, it's a good guarantee to have an acceptable picture. Maybe not a great, incredible picture, but at least an acceptable one. And then once you've done this, save picture, save composition picture, then you can start any idea you have to be really different. But that does help a lot to make sure where things fit, all that. So try to use it. It may help. I see many people who have difficulties composing. When they start using them, their picture go a lot better. So check your instruction manual to know how to set them up. Second tool that will save you many megapixels. If you have difficulties to do horizontal or vertical picture, and then you have to correct in post-production, and when you reframe you lose some megapixel, then you could use that. These are the level in your camera. So here in this Olympus, I don't know if you see, you have a horizontal and vertical. What is that for? Well, when it's horizontal, it shows a green, it becomes green, and when it's perfectly vertical, also green. So when it's horizontal, when it's green, I know it's perfect, and sometimes the vertical one is not. Do I need to have both in green? It depends. If you're making a picture of a painting, yes, because you want to make sure all the distances are the same, it's really parallel to your sensor, so yes, you need to have both. But let's say you do landscape photography, obviously maybe you want the landscape to be perfectly horizontal, but you want to point downward or upward. In this case, obviously the vertical level will not be in green, it will be different, okay? Green in this camera and your camera may be different. Obviously, when you go from there to here, your horizontal level becomes a vertical one and vice versa, okay? So it's really useful. If you don't know how to set it up, check your instruction manual, but also in the instruction manual, check how to adjust it. Yes, there is sometimes the situation where your level become disadjusted, and that's a problem because you think it's horizontal and it's not, so you need to level it again. There are several ways. One is to be close to the sea. You're sure that the horizon is horizontal, so that's fine, that will work fine. You just place it in the center of your frame and you know it's fine. But maybe you're not close to the sea, so you need to check an horizontal line somewhere on a wall or wherever, and to adjust with it. but are you sure this line is leveled? So probably you need to have a real physical bubble level to check if this line is really horizontal, so you can place your picture there and make sure to adjust it, okay? But it's important. Sometimes you do have to readjust the level. I never had the problem, but I know some people who had it, or sometimes they've been playing with the menu and the adjustment and then they erase the original one and it's a mess, okay? So you need to readjust. Second, if I make a picture, let's say of the sea, I'm on the seaside, I make a picture like this facing the sea. Obviously the horizontal matches the horizontal of the sea. But let's say I go the sideways, okay? Obviously, in this case, you have your line that just go closer like this, and then the horizon, if it's not placed in the center, will be you cannot follow the level. If you follow the level, it will be strange on your picture. So this is why it's important to use level and composition grids, because this way you can actually decide what's better to follow and if they match, if they don't match, all this. So this is an information that really helps you to compose better and level your picture, so you don't have to reframe after and lose megapixel. So use the level. As I said, check the instruction manual to know how to set them up. Okay? By the way, if you wanted to help me, don't forget, as I said at the beginning, you can be a member of my channel. That helps me. There's just a join button just below for just €1.99 a month. You get a small star next to your name, so I answer your question with priority. Also have affiliated links in the description. Please use them. That really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Apple TV by Skylum, get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% on top of any offer they have, so you still place a code and you save some more money. And with the code ERIC20 you get 20% discount on K&F website, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. So use it. That helps you, that helps me. Great, everyone happy. So let's carry on. Okay. Third tool I show you here. I explained actually in the last video, I explained you have different way of measuring light. And one is to do matricial, the full picture, and to have highlights warning, okay? What is highlight warning? Right now, I'm going to switch on this light, okay, and point at it. And if you, open the door here, sorry. If you see here, okay, I think you see it becomes orange in some areas, okay? Like here, the orange, okay? This is a highlight warning. Completely overexposed here, okay? But this tells you exactly where it's overexposed. In this camera, this is on Olympus, highlights in orange, although you can change colors, but I've got them in orange, and shadows are in blue. Check your camera, because maybe you don't have a color system, you have a zebra system or any other system, and it will show you different, like zebra to the right, zebra to the left, or whatever, okay? So it's important to check this. But why to use this? Because this way you know exactly which area of your picture is overexposed or underexposed when you shoot. On mirrorless, you have this information. On reflex, you don't have it because the picture is not made yet. But after, when you check the picture, normally there are also black areas that indicate overexposed zone areas, okay? So that's really useful. But you need to know how to use it. I will make a separate video to know how to set it properly. You can start using it as the default as it is, but normally you must adjust to make sure what it means. In my case, in this camera, when I get the orange that appears for the first time, I just without it, and then I open a bit more or stop down a bit or open a bit more the lens, or I drop speed. Then when it appears for the first time for 1/3, I know that I will still recover information, details on these highlights. When I get an extra third again, then I know I will not recover. So I bring it to the limit. So this way, I know that when it just has start blinking, it's still okay. I will recover in highlights. It's important to know how to adjust to the level, the maximum level you can, the limit you can. This way you will have all the information you can in the shadows without overexposing the highlights. This way it will be a lot easier not to have noise in the shadows, okay? But we'll make a separate video to explain how to calculate this for your camera, for any camera, so your highlights warning and shadow warning are really useful on your camera. But please check your instruction manual to know how to activate them and how them work, okay? After we'll see in a separate video how to fine-tune them. Check your instruction manual. The fourth tool, this is the histogram. Small parenthesis, in year 2025, in this video, I forgot to say that the histogram is based on the JPEG header. Even if you work in RAW only, to be able to see it on your camera monitor or in your computer, there is a header that is a JPEG, and the histogram is based on that. This is why some people tell that histogram are no good. Well, they're not as precise as they could be based on a RAW, but still they can help if you know how to read them. So, but this is why some people don't want to use histogram, and it's true, it's based on the JPEG header of your file. Histogram, for many people, for many years, it was the most important tool that gives you the information about a picture. On a reflex camera, you can have the information after you've made the picture. Except if you're in live view, normally you can have it before. And on mirrorless camera, you have this information after you make the picture, but also before you make the picture. So this is great. Check your instruction manual to know how to activate the histogram. Beware, some cameras, for example, my Olympus or M5 Mark II, when you activate it, now they've changed it, they updated the firmware, but at the beginning you had to choose or to have the highlight warning and shadow warning or the histogram. You could not have both. Now you can have both, okay? But it's important you learn how to read a histogram. So I will make a separate video. Reading a histogram is important. If your scene is lit really evenly and your subject are more or less the same brightness all over the place, that's fine. What the histogram says, it's fine. You know, if it goes to the right, it's properly limit to the right, it's properly exposed. If it goes over that or too high, then it's overexposed. If it's stayed to the left, it's underexposed, all this. I'll make a video about this. But sometimes if you don't know how to read a histogram, you may get fooled. For example, I've got a white t-shirt right now. Let's say I'm a center of a black wall. I'm just a small part of it because the picture framed really large. What will happen? Well, the histogram will be all to the left. You will think it sees underexposed, but actually maybe it's properly exposed because I need to be properly exposed. Black is black, but my face cannot be overexposed. So it means you think it's underexposed, so you change exposure, and then the black, still black, or maybe it start to be gray, but I'm fully overexposed. So don't get fooled. If there's a small part that is highlight and all the rest is dark, you need to see that on the histogram and how to interpret it. Same way around. Let's say a really white background and someone or an object that is really dark in the center, then the histogram will fool you thinking it's overexposed, and it's not. Your subject needs to be properly exposed. So we'll make a video to see how to read a histogram, how to play with it. But honestly, I prefer to use the highlight warning and the underexposed shadow warning, okay? But histogram, for many people, they still like it, but it's important you know how to read it. Don't forget, check your manual to know how to activate it, okay? The fifth tool. It's a tool we all have in our viewfinder and or on the monitor of our cameras, but many people don't even look at it, and it's so useful. This is simply the exposure scale. You have a horizontal bar, sometimes it's vertical, okay, but you have a line like this, and then you have a center, you have a small bar, and then you have two smaller one, and then one that is a bit higher, and then two smaller one, that one a bit higher, and same thing on the other side. This is the indication of your exposure in your viewfinder on your monitor. In the center, it's supposed to be properly exposed. Then the small bar is to the right is 1/3 overexposed. Two small bar, 2/3 overexposed. One higher bar after the two small one full stop overexposed, and so on. And to the other side, underexposed. Most cameras have to the right for overexposition and to the left for underexposition. I remember some Nikon cameras a long time ago, reflex cameras, it was the other way around. Okay, so check your manual to know how it is on your camera, okay? But this is so useful. There is one way of exposure that says expose to the right. It means you don't keep this exposure in the center, but you kick it a bit to the right, one stop sometime, 2/3, one and a third. I'll make a separate video to explain how to do it, to make sure you grab as much detail in your picture without overexposing anything. This way you will have your highlights that are not without any detail, and more important even, or even also as important, your shadows will have less noise. So I'll make a separate video for that. But don't forget to check this tool. This is so useful. So it's important. I will make separate videos for that, but I see so many people who don't even know about this, that I would like you to check your user manual, set everything on your camera, and yeah, user manual again, okay? So check all this, and we will make separate video to explain how each works. But at least try to activate all this, start to play with it, and yeah, this tool really helps you to compose better and expose better. So I hope these 5 tools are useful to you. Maybe you already use them, or maybe you're going to start using them. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button down here, it's a small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, gibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also leave you affiliate links. Well, I also remind you about the member area, but I already told it twice in the video, so you know it is. Join button just below. I also have affiliate links in description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skyline, you get 10% discount on top of any offer they have. So still place the code ERIC10, and with ERIC20 you get 20% discount on K&F website, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept. So use it and you save some money. Thank you so much. That really helps me. That helps you. Everyone happy. Thank you so much. Also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.